people who accumulate assets hoarders who impoverish the rest of the community, or does their accumulation serve a useful purpose? With me to discuss this is David Seymour from the Frontier Center for Public Policy.
Hi.
So David, what is meant by the assault on saving?
Well, Henry Hazlitt was referring to the perception that saving money instead of spending it actually deprives others of economic activity.
So why do people save? Is it because we don't enjoy spending our money?
Well, people choose to save mostly because of uncertainty. We know that we may be unable to work in the future because of job losses, ill health, or old age. And it's precisely because people need to spend money that they save it. People do not want to lose the ability to spend money if they stop earning.
So we only save in fear of being unable to earn?
Well, saving often occurs when we perceive that the price of something is falling. If we know a car will be on sale at a reduced price next month and there is no advantage of having the car immediately rather than at a later date, then we'd be naive to pay more for it now. Similarly, if the value of a house is falling, and we do not wish to use our money to buy a good that will reduce in value. In both cases, the consumer intends to spend but chooses to delay spending, as the benefit gained by paying a lower price outweighs the cost of forgoing the desired good or service for a period of time.
The idea that saving reduces economic activity sounds reasonable. Surely saving does come at the expense of spending.
Well, that's true, but it doesn't mean the money is doing nothing at all. With the possible exception of hermits, few people will hoard all of their money. Rather than burying their cash in a vault, people tend to save their money in a bank or invest it. Banks then invest this money by lending it for the production of capital goods.
So the money doesn't disappear, but surely when less money is spent, there'll be fewer jobs.
Well, if people choose to spend less of their money, there will naturally be fewer jobs in the sectors where that money would have been spent. Again, though, we need to look at the long-term effects on all groups, not just the saver and the would-be recipient of the spending. If you think about someone who chooses to save, say, 20% of their money, by saving this money, they may be spending less on new clothes, but that also means fewer clothes will be made or fewer clothing manufacturers will be employed, perhaps. Then again, the money saved does not sit idle. The bank will now have more money available to invest. The bank may then lend that money to help fund a new machine and an automobile factory, perhaps. Helping the automobile manufacturer to purchase this machine will ultimately make the automotive sector more efficient and make cars cheaper.
So by saving money, we transfer employment and wealth to another part of the economy.
Well, that's part of it, but saving also serves an important function in expanding the economy. If you think again of the man whose savings will help fund a new machine. Now, this machine will allow the factory to produce more cars at a lower cost, thus expanding production and making both the manufacturer and the automobile consumer better off. If this man had chosen to spend his money on immediate consumption, it's highly unlikely any of it would have been spent on a machine that manufactures cars. So not only do his savings create jobs in the factory that made the machine, they also help grow the economy. The benefit to the car manufacturer of having this machine is greater than the cost to the man of not spending that money. By saving money that we do not presently need, we provide others with an opportunity to borrow money that they do need.
To summarize, people save for good reasons. Money saved does not reduce employment. It creates employment elsewhere. Saving helps expand the economy by funding investment in productive goods. I'm Jamie Stephenson, and this has been the final episode of On the Other Hand. We hope you've enjoyed this series, and please feel free to check out the others. Each is based on a chapter or chapters of Henry Hazlitt's classic work, Economics in One Lesson, and each applies this basic lesson to the economic policy question under discussion. Thanks for watching.